Real quick, guys, I just reviewed this Forzening Tourbillon chronograph. I had a whole bunch of fun reviewing this one, and yeah, it was sent in by a channel member, a certified T3 bot. So if you want extra content like this every week, please, $4.99 a month gets you 6 pieces of content a week with all this extra content like this sent in by a channel member. We have a whole bunch of fun unboxing things and yeah, wonky little extra reviews that you can only see if you're a channel member. So please, I'd love to see you over there. Support the channel and have some fun with us. All right, guys, check you later. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and it's time for an installment of Micro Brand Monday. That's right, a lot of you guys have written to me saying that I don't really showcase enough micro brands on this channel, and I'm gonna try to amend that. So pretty much any micro brand that is writing to me that I have any interest in or that I might think you guys have an interest in, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell them to send me a watch, and I'm gonna unbox it here and tell you what I think. So that way we have a good mix of, you know, affordable watches, micro brands, maybe some high-end stuff, just anything you guys might be interested in. So first up, let's go ahead, cut open this package and see what's inside. Even I don't know what's in here. I got a pile of micro brand watches in at the office, and we're just gonna knock them down as they show up. So here is a micro brand. Let's take a look. And according to my very cool 5KX T3 Timinator mod with the threaded crown, it is 1:05 p.m. Let's get down to business. Such a gorgeous watch. Stay tuned for the review of this. Okie dokie, what will we use to unbox this package today? Well, you know, that's half the fun, having the tool for the job, right? Today we're gonna use this buck knife. And again, as always, very gingerly cutting open the package because we don't want to damage the contents inside. A box within a box. Center it up. Get ready to see what is inside. A box within a box within a box. It's like one of those newfangled puzzle games. How do I do this? Do I slide? No. Oh, there we go. That's actually a very cool package. Hold on. Look at that. Wow. That is kind of like a puzzle. Anyway, for those of you who don't know what logo this is, I will let you know right now. But before I do that, let me give you a little hint, okay? You might not be familiar with this logo, but this watch is related to a company you all know and love, Zelos, okay? A lot of you guys have an interest in Zelos watches. That's a micro brand out of Singapore that makes some pretty heavy duty sports watches. I've reviewed a few of them on my channel. I've even done a giveaway with a Zelos watch. And this is not Zelos, okay? This is a micro brand known as Axios, but one of the founders of Zelos has actually come together with a few other people, and they are making these Axios watches, and I believe the Axios inside should be one of their Ironclads. Sounds very heavy duty because as far as the spec sheet goes, it is. Let's see, there's something else inside of this box. Seems to be one of their warranty cards. Let me see, it's metal, it says Axios. Yep, little 1-year warranty. Uh-oh, ASMR time. This is a metal warranty card. Man, how many of you are sick of that ASMR joke? I'm not sick of it yet. Let's go ahead and take a look at the watch. We got a leather watch roll, kind of a, I don't know what type of green you'd call this, but okay. We have a rubber diving strap, almost looks like that old school textured, something that you might find on like a vintage Seiko diver, although this feels much softer. Probably not going to utilize that right now because again, these kind of resin rubber straps sometimes give me a contact rash, which I know is not a common thing, but it's just, I don't know why. My body is fighting against itself. Oh, how about a little Pepsi? How about a little Pepsi action? Guys, It's never too early for some soda pop. What do you guys call soda where you're from? Some people in the Midwest call it pop. I came from an area in New England where everything was Coke. So if you wanted a Sprite, you'd say, like, can I get a Coke? And they'd be like, oh, what kind of Coke? And you'd be like, Sprite. And they'd be like, okay. I know some people call it just soda. Leave me a comment. What do you call soda where you're from? But all jokes aside, I'm referring to this watch as being a Pepsi because of that prolific blue and red bezel colorway. Of course, this became incredibly prevalent amongst GMT watches ever since Rolex started doing it with their Pepsi GMT Masters. This does not have a GMT complication, and really, I would consider this pretty unique as far as the design goes. Of course, it is a diver with a 3 o'clock crown and a Pepsi bezel, so it is following kind of, you know, a diver's archetype, a fairly prevalent design, but I wouldn't say this is Rolex homage. There's much more, I don't know, there are other watches that are much more guilty of being just clear one-on-one copies of Rolex. This seems to be, you know, pretty unique in design as far as the indexes go, the handset, and just other little details, you know, signed crown, engraving on the case back. And there are some other differences as far as the specs go. We have a 6 o'clock date window. Everything seems to be lined up neat and tidy. We'll go ahead, obviously, get some close-up footage of that. This does not have a 100 meter water resistance rating. It doesn't have a 200 or a 300 meter water resistance rating. This has a 500 meter water resistance rating. So let me check the crown. Yeah, it's not coming out, which means this is a threaded crown. That's going to give you some confidence, even, you know, if you're just swimming or splashing around in a kiddie pool. Let's go ahead, take off the plastic, and we'll see how it looks without, you know, all this terrible protective plastic here. I don't like protection, man. It's not as pleasant. I can't really feel much. Yeah, I'm just very against protection. Why? I'm talking about watches, guys. I'm talking about the watches. Let's go ahead and undo this. And for all you freaks out there who love this part, oh yeah, we also have some on the crystal here. Why is this your guys' favorite part? Just bizarre. Is there any? Oh, you guys are lucky. There's a lot of it here. Even on the case back. Why do you guys like that? You guys are some sickos out there, man. All right, so now that all that protective plastic is off of the watch and we can appreciate it in all of its glory, the first thing I really honed in on when it came to this Axios Ironclad is just how well it plays with the light, okay? First, let's talk about the bezel. Most companies, when they're doing, you know, a Pepsi bezel, they'll use just kind of flat, basic, bold colors, and a bold colorway is great, definitely catches your eye, but one thing I really like about this watch that makes it kind of unique is they did a mirrored finish. Everything is very, very shiny. Like, take this red here, you can literally see your reflection in the red part of the bezel. It's just kind of a unique take that you don't see super duper often, and it plays very well with that deep black, of course, very shiny dial, and then those indexes just sit atop that clean dial very nicely. So everything about this watch plays with a light source very, very well, and again, it adds to that cleanliness, it adds to that pristine look, makes everything look just that much more sharp. Okay, so I think we can all agree, first impressions, this watch looks very well executed upon, everything looks very nice and tidy, but this watch isn't going to get off all that easy, okay? It's time to do the nitty-gritty and talk about how the things feel. First, let's check out the bezel. Okay, unidirectional bezel. There's not much play in it, which is very good. Very positive ratcheting. Let's go ahead and line it up to the minute hand. Again, not much play, very nice. Let's check out the crown. Again, it is a threaded crown. Let's see how it feels. Actually quite smooth, which is not a given with most watches. A lot of watches are hit or miss, but this feels actually very, very smooth. Kind of my benchmark is the Seiko SKX. Okay, a lot of people own Seiko SKXs. They kind of know what that feels like. So my benchmark when comparing crown feel is always that watch, and this Axios Ironclad feels much smoother when it comes to unthreading and threading the crown. Let's feel the crown settings. Two very tangible clicks when it comes to crown setting. I'll hold it up to my mic. Love to see and hear and feel that. The first setting should be your date. Yep. You can see the 6 o'clock date window switching. Obviously, your secondary crown setting should be setting the time. Very, very nice. Perfect. Actually, you know what? Boom. Hacking. And hand wind. And I already knew this had hacking and hand wind because this watch is powered by a Sellita SW200 movement, which is actually one of my favorite movements. It's the same movement that's in my Boulder Expedition Everest, the same movement that's in my Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot. So I have a lot of experience with this movement, a very solid movement. I think it has about a 36-hour power reserve. Of course, it is a Swiss-made movement, and you're getting hacking and hand wind. Honestly, workhorse, bomb-proof movement. That gives this watch good marks. Now, as I've sat here fiddling with this watch, kind of checking it out with you guys, there's something I've been noticing that I just can't put off any longer. The lume. Okay, I have not burned this watch. That's watch lingo for shining a flashlight on it or anything. This has just been, you know, charging up with the light that's in the office right now, just some natural light coming through the window. And yeah, it's already glowing very, very vibrantly. This has Swiss Super Luminova lume, not only on the hands and indexes, but also all over the bezel, which initially I did not know, but then the more I've been handling this watch, the more I've seen it glowing. We're gonna get a better lume shot for you, but just check this out, okay? I have not burned the lume at all. I have not charged it up. Again, just the natural light coming from the window in the office here was enough to make this baby glow. Very, very, very impressive. See that pip, the border of that pip, that arrow there, charged up and glowing. Man, you will have no problem reading the time here in any low light situation. Some great, great lume on this watch. Now comes the time to make it an official time teller review. I've broken out my digital calipers and we will do an official measurement here. Now, of course, we're gonna measure the diameter first, excluding the crown guards or the crown, the widest part of the case. This is 40 millimeters on the button. When it comes to diameter. The more important measurement, excuse me, would be your lug to lug. 46.5 millimeter, excuse me, 46.5 millimeter lug to lug. Now let's check out the thickness on this Ironclad 40. 13.8 millimeters thick on the wrist. That's pretty reasonable when it comes to, you know, automatic dive watches. With a 500 meter water resistance rating, that's not a bad metric at all. Let's go ahead and put this on the wrist. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to have to resize this bracelet. Let's check that out. I am absolutely going to have to resize this bracelet. Look at that. So this watch out of the box is very accommodating for you behemoths out there. Man, I thought I was a big guy. Now, the one thing I'm very excited to see, and we're gonna get a close-up shot of this, this has screwed links. So no, you know, hammering on this watch's bracelet or anything. Looks like all you need is a basic watch toolkit. You can find them in my affiliate links in the description of this video. And any jeweler's screwdriver that comes in those toolboxes, those watch toolboxes, I should say, or toolkits, I'm sorry, should be able to handle, you know, resizing these links. You can just very gingerly unscrew those links and size it up. I think I'm gonna start off by taking, I don't know, man. Usually I start off by taking a link on each side. or taking off a link on each side, I should say. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll take off two links on each side, and this bracelet should be good to go. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, words cannot express how much I prefer screwed links over having to tap them out on a bracelet. Man, pretty much took me no time at all to take 2 links off each side, and this bracelet fits like a dream on my 7.5-inch wrist. Of course, the head of the watch doesn't take up too much real estate on my wrist. This looks and feels like a sports watch should. I mean, it's a dive watch. Again, very impressive 40mm case diameter for a 500-meter water resistance rating. Yeah, very nice dimensions. Got to throw up the size here. See, very nice proportions. I think this could fit on a multitude of wrists very, very easily. Again, I have a little bit larger than average wrist size, but I think if you're a little bit smaller than me or larger than me, this watch could fit you just fine. Real quick, guys, I apologize. I was listening to playback on that take. You can hear some power tools and everything, and it's because they're still doing construction on my dang street. Leave it to Los Angeles city planning to, you know, do all this road work when I'm filming. See, here it goes again. Jeez, man, that's Hollywood, baby. I'm just kidding. I don't live in Hollywood, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, guys. So after spending a few moments with this Axios Ironclad, I'm realizing that it's solving a large issue, no pun intended, that a lot of my viewers have with micro-brand dive watches. Okay, I've seen it all on this channel. A lot of these micro-brand divers have very hefty water resistance ratings, but it comes along with a very hefty case measurement, okay? I've reviewed watches that have 500-meter water resistance ratings. I've reviewed watches that have, I think, 3,000-meter water resistance ratings. The thing is, a lot of these dive watches that have these ridiculous water resistance ratings are also enormous on the wrist, and not everyone wants to wear a watch that large. Well, Axios found a way to give us a very impressive 500 meters of water resistance, but a very manageable watch to wear, okay? Again, a 40mm case diameter, that's incredible on the wrist, okay? Again, a very versatile sizing for a multitude of wrists. And guys, when you factor in everything else about this watch, double-domed sapphire crystal with inner anti-reflective coating, threaded crown, very nice, smooth, sweeping, high-beat Swiss Salida automatic movement, very neat and tidy, well-aligned 6 o'clock date window, incredible Swiss Luminova lume everywhere. The fit and finish is incredible, all for under $600. That's kind of a no-brainer in my opinion, guys. So special thanks to Axios Watches for sponsoring this episode and sending me this watch to review. I'm very happy that they want to take part in this Micro Brand Monday segment. And special thanks to you guys, my viewers, for kind of wanting to see more of these fairly uncommon watches. You know, I hear a lot of you guys, you're sick of the normal Seiko or Orient or Citizen dive watch, and you want a fairly affordable, impressive diver that's not going to break the bank. And for under 600 bucks, with this kind of fit and finish, with these kind of specs, again, sapphire crystal, 500-meter water resistance rating, incredibly nice date window, everything's neat and tidy, everything fits very neatly, and again, screwed links. This is a very good option. So guys, if you're looking for a unique watch that's not going to break the bank, I'd check out this new Axios Ironclad. But as always, guys, I want to hear what you think, because at the end of the day, I learn from you as well. So leave me that comment. Do you like this? Do you dislike this? Would you ever wear something like this? Leave me that comment so I can interact with you in the comment section. And special thanks to all of my channel members. You guys make all this content possible. If you want to go above and beyond supporting this channel, you like what you see here, then please consider supporting us by being a certified T3 bot. You know, this channel does not use Patreon. We use something called YouTube channel memberships. $4.99 a month gets you 6 pieces of content a week. That's right, you get an extra live stream every week and an extra edited episode, and you get access to the members only Discord chat. It's a whole lot of fun, a really diverse group of people over there. We talk about food, working out, cars, EDC items, watches, of course, everything. It's just amazing. Really cool group of guys, and I'd love to see you there. So consider joining the channel. Check out all the affiliate links in the description below, and check out my personal website, www.thetimetellershop.com. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me today. Thanks for checking out this awesome installment of Micro Brand Monday. If you want to see more of this, let me know. And yeah, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.